Hi everybody, this is being recorded today, so not to worry if you can't attend. This will be sent out on all of our social medias as well. So let's get started with our Getting Started with Heriot-Watt Online. Can you hear me? If not, follow these steps and we will get started very shortly. So my name is Vadi and I will be the presenter for today's webinar. So an agenda for today is why you should study with Heriot-Watt Online, an insight being an online student, a guide to enrolment, key points of contact, and at the end we will have a quick Q&A session. So why choose us? As one of the most progressive and international institutions based in Scotland, you'll have the opportunity to thrive both personally and academically during your time with us. You'll become globally connected. So we actually have over 20,000 graduates and 160 countries worldwide. And we'll also have our 3 international campuses. We have the campus here in Edinburgh, we have one in Dubai and one in Malaysia. You also become highly employable. So 95% of our graduates are in employment or further study within 6 months of graduating. You'll learn from world-leading academics, so 88.6% of our research output is ranked as world-leading or internationally excellent. And you'll also develop lifelong connections. So you'll join a community of 27,000 students and an alumni network of 147 worldwide. So our graduate club, the Watt Club, was founded in 1854 and it makes this alumni network the oldest graduate club in the UK. So just a couple of notes on our rankings. So the QS World University ranking 2024 put us in the top 250 in the world, 32nd in the UK and 5th in Scotland. The Complete University Guide 2023 put us 34th in the UK and 5th in Scotland. And the Times and the Sunday Times Good University Guide 2023 put us top 50 in the UK for graduate prospects. So let's just talk a little about the actual learning that you will do here at Heriot-Watt Online. So resources that are available to you as an online student. So you'll be able to have academic support from tutors. This is available to online students as it would be on-campus students. The virtual learning environment as well as a rich variety of course materials that are available 24/7 to you and able to download for offline access. And you'll also have 24 access to our access to our online library, meaning that you can study no matter where you are in the world at any time that suits you. You also have access to our discussion boards. So we have discussion forums built into our virtual learning environment to allow you to receive academic support and collaborate with other students. Both academics and students have access to these discussion boards, so you'll be able to get any questions that you may have answered or help other people answer the questions that they may have as well. Our online student support team are also available to assist online students with any non-academic support that may be needed or to answer any questions that you may have. And we also have career support. So online students have access to careers advice from the Heriot-Watt Career Service, and you also will have access to our Grad Future and obviously the Watt Club once you graduate. So what does studying online look like then? So Canvas is the learning hub for our students and the home of our course sites. So within Canvas, you're able to access your course materials, take quizzes and surveys, receive and submit any assignments, communicate through the online discussion boards that I've previously highlighted, and also track and manage your grades on there. So everything that you will need will be within Canvas. When you sign up, you also have an introduction to digital skills and an introduction to academic skills. So this helps you familiarise yourself with Canvas because you may not have used this particular VLE before. You might want to develop your digital skills to become the best online student you can be. So if you've not studied online for a while, it's your first time studying online, if it's a long time since you've done any academic studying, both of these courses are available to you as optional courses, and you'll register this via the enrolment communication you receive from the university. So now on to what we are here for, the enrolment guidance. So I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process of the enrolment guidance. It's also important to note that you will have received an email with this that does go through it step by step. So if there's anything that you need any further information for, it will be within that email. So for those of you who have received an offer for upcoming September intake, enrolment is now open. So if you're not yet completed your application or received an offer, you can look to do so for our next intake, which will be January 2025. Please do remember we are here to support you. Any questions that you have about your application or any further questions that you do have. So the first step would be locate your enrolment mail sent to you by the university and follow the instructions. So if you have received an unconditional offer, before you're able to proceed, you must respond to the offer. You must accept this offer. If your offer is conditional, please submit any outstanding documents as evidence via your application account. So anything that we may need, for example, transcripts or proof of English language requirement, that will all be through your application account. You can view your decision to see if it is unconditional or conditional by logging into your application account. So during the enrolment process, the upload of a passport style photograph is mandatory. You're actually unable to complete enrolment without this, so that is really important that you've got that. For any additional support or guidance on how to enrol, please refer to the student handbook. There is a link to the student handbook in the enrolment email that you would have received. So it would then come on to register and purchasing your courses. So to purchase your course for the upcoming semester via credit or debit card is through our trusted third-party site, Flywire. So the payment includes the course and assessment fee. Everything that you see within the course is all included in the fee that you will pay prior to starting. So if you are a sponsor student, you're unable to use this online registration system. It is slightly different. So if you are a sponsor student, you are required to submit a financial guarantee letter and a course application form. So the financial guarantee is written confirmation that your company will pay your fees. The letter must be on company-headed paper and signed by the appropriate authority and indicate the name, email and postal address of the person that the invoice should be sent to. Once you have done all this, once you have purchased the courses and you have enrolled, you will have access to your learning materials on Canvas, our virtual learning environment. So you can start your studies at the beginning of the semester, which will be Monday the 9th of September, so just in a couple of weeks' time. Before that, you can complete the Introduction to Digital Study and the Academic Skills course for free to help you get started. So between now and the 9th of September, I would recommend doing both the Introduction to Digital Studies and Academic Skills course. Even if you have just studied at a university or higher education, every university is different, so it might be a little bit different for you, what you're used to, and it's good to just see what we expect here at Heriot-Watt Online. So registering for assessments. So when you have decided that you're ready to take your final online assessment, you'll be able to register online for the next assessment diet by the relevant registration deadline. This will all be given to you within Canvas. Please note that students do have a maximum of 2 opportunities, so one first attempt and one reset opportunity for each assessment within a 6 assessment diet period for registering for a maximum of 3 courses. To be able to view your results, so following the relevant exam board, results will be able to view online in Canvas. This includes both grades and the exam board decision. When reassessments are required, this should be completed when the next assessment is available and within a 6 assessment diet period. Depending on the progression decision, you can then continue on with your studies or go on to your dissertation or project. So just a couple of key points of contact for you then. So if you require any additional support, you can reach out to the student support. And if you have any issues with uploading documents as evidence via the application portal, or any questions that you have about the application, any issues that you may have about it, you can reach out to the admissions team at hwoadmissions@hw.ac.uk. So we would like to take this time to welcome any questions. If you have any specific questions, you can reach out to myself and the other members of the enrolment team at HW Online Apps at hw.ac.uk. And if you have any questions around submitting your application or problems with your application, please contact the admissions department at HWO Admissions. So any specific questions that you may have about the course or online learning, get in contact with myself and the enrolment team. And any questions that you may have about the application, please get in touch with the admissions team. I'm just going to take a short break to get any questions that are coming through, and I will run through some of them in a little Q&A session. So any questions, please do just pop them in the chat. I also have questions that have been asked previously, so I'll go over a few frequently asked questions as well. So the first previously asked question we had about was payment. So the student had asked if they can pay in instalments. So students actually pay as they study. So this means that you pay per course or module. So if you were to register for 1 or 2 courses each semester, then you only pay for those courses prior to that semester starting. It's also important to note that we do also offer a 20% alumni discount. So if you are an alumni of Heriot-Watt, please get in touch with the HW Online Apps email address and we can send you over an alumni discount form. The next question that we had was, do you need to be online at set times? So our online programs actually offer complete flexibility and you're not required to be online at specific times. You can access all the course materials and complete assignments at your own convenience. You don't have to be connected to the internet while you study. You can access it online or offline if you download it. It's important to note that you will need to be online if you want to participate in discussion forums and assessments, for example. How quickly can I complete my Masters? So the fastest that you can complete one of our EGIS Masters programs is 2.5 years, and the maximum time frame is 8 years. So on average, most of our students complete an MSc in about 3 to 4 years, and we advise students to register for no more than 2 courses per semester. Is the online qualification equivalent to an on-campus qualification? So the answer is yes. So any programme that you complete as an online learning student gives you the exact same qualification as your on-campus peers. For example, if you were to undertake an MBA as an online learning student, you'll be equally as qualified as someone who undertakes their MBA on campus. Your degree certificate is also identical to that our on-campus students receive, and there is no mention of online learning on the certificate. The last question that we had was about graduation. So our online students form an integral part of our student body and we always are delighted to welcome any online students to our annual graduation ceremonies. So you can choose to graduate from any of our campuses here in Edinburgh, Dubai and Malaysia. I do like to see everybody coming to Edinburgh so I can talk to you, ask you how you found the course and get some feedback from you. Graduation ceremonies are held twice a year in June and December. If you're lucky enough to come to Edinburgh in December, you might also see some snow here. If you can't attend a graduation in person, that is absolutely not a problem. You'll still graduate with a master's degree from Heriot-Watt, and we will mail your degree certificate to you instead. Bring you back to the Watt Club as well, the oldest alumni club in the UK. So when you join the Watt Club, you have exclusive access to the Grad Futures platform where you can search for opportunities, book a place on career events, develop your career planning and discover what areas suit your strengths and interests. If you then wanted to study further, you would also be eligible for a 20% discount on any further programmes that you may want to study on. I would like to take this time to thank everybody for joining us. Please reach out to us if you do have any additional questions. You can find us on all of the relevant social media and also through email. If you do have any other questions, please reach out to us directly and we will get those answered for you. So we look forward to welcoming everybody in our September intake. If you have not completed your application yet, please apply for the January intake and myself and the team can guide you further on that. Thank you so much.